Hello everybody, good morning. My name is Don Manuel B. Baluyot, BSMT2A. The topic of my presentation is all about Vibrio Parahaemolyticus. Parahaemolyticus have a follular flagellum, lateral flagella, adhesion, viviferine, ferrichrome, aerobactin. So that is the cell of Vibrio Parahaemolyticus. What is Vibrio Parahaemolyticus? Is a curved rod-shaped gram-negative bacterium found in brackish salt water, which, when ingested, causes gastrointestinal illness in humans. V. parahaemolyticus is exodase positive, facultatively aerobic, and does not form spores. Like other members of the genus Vibrio, this species is motile with a single polar flagellum. Vibrio parahaemolyticus is ubiquitous marine bacterium and also a human pathogen. This organism is frequently isolated from a variety of raw seafoods. Consumption of raw or undercooked seafood contaminated with V. parahaemolyticus is responsible for the development of acute gastroenteritis. Several virulence factors has been identified in this pathogen. Of the thermostable direct hemolysin, or called TDH. TDH-related hemolysin and type 3 secretion system are considered very important. Vibrio parahaemolyticus emerged in many Asian, European, and American countries. So why we need to study the Vibrio parahaemolyticus? We need to study Vibrio parahaemolyticus to reduce the risk of V. parahaemolyticus infection in raw or undercooked oysters. Several procedures such as chilling, freezing, depuration, high hydrostatic pressure, processing, and irradiation has been conducted. However, these processes require either a significant amount of initial investment or operation cost, and oysters are often cold during processing. A cost-effective storage process to limit the population of V. parahaemolyticus in seafood without significant adverse effects remain to be investigated. The regulation of temperature after post-harvest process is preferred strategy in terms of the easy operation and low cost. Functional classification of B. parahaemolyticus. Vibrio parahaemolyticus has been recognized as a causal agent of early mortality syndrome and is currently considered an emerging shrimp disease causing millionaire losses to agriculture industry. Global dissemination of Vibrio parahaemolyticus. Vibrio parahaemolyticus is recognized as a cause of food-brain gastroenteritis, particularly in the Far East, where raw seafood consumption is very high. As you can see in the map, the blue areas where outbreak of B. parahaemolyticus has occurred or presence environment has been reported, but the pandemic status of strains are not clear. In the red map areas, countries where the pandemic parahaemolyticus clone has spread. So as you can see, Philippines have a red areas. So Philippines have a clone has Vibrio parahaemolyticus spread. Characteristics of Vibrio parahaemolyticus. Of the Vibrio simini family is a gram-negative halophilic non-spore-forming curved rod-shaped bacterium that is 0.5-0.8 um in weight and 1.4-2.4 in length. 1 to 3, it is an exodase positive facultative aeroanaerobe that can ferment glucose without gas production. So this is the symptoms of Vibrio parahaemolyticus infection may include water diarrhea, abdominal cramps, nausea. Transmission of Vibrio Parahaemolyticus. Most people become infected by eating raw or undercooked shellfish, particularly oyster, or drinking contaminated water. As you can see, this picture is a process on how you get Vibrio Parahaemolyticus. How do you treat Vibrio Parahaemolyticus? Vibrio Parahaemolyticus infection, there is no evidence that antibiotic treatment decreases the severity of the length of the illness. Patients should drink plenty of liquids to replace fluids lost through diarrhea. In severe or prolonged illnesses, antibiotics such as tetracycline, ampicillin, or ciprofloxacin can be used. Preventing Vibrio infection. So you need keep your food preparation areas clean. First, keep raw seafood separate from fried produce and other foods when shopping and storing groceries. Wash hand, cutting boards, countertops, cutlery, and utensil after handling raw seafoods. Gross contamination, food and kitchen tools and surface may become contaminated from new raw seafood. People with open wounds should avoid exposure to brackish or salt water. Who discovered Vibrio Parahaemolyticus? Iwa Takikawa. He discovered Vibrio Parahaemolyticus. After 5 years, Iwa Takikawa isolated a similar bacterium from a food poisoning cause and found the halophilic property of isolate. He named the isolate Pseudomonas enteritis. Vibrio Parahaemolyticus discovered in 1950s in Japan. V. parahaemolyticus is a gram-negative bacterium found in marine and estuarine environments. It is associated with consumption of raw seafood, especially shellfish such as mussel. V. parahaemolyticus thrive in the warmer water and areas of least salinity. Thank you very much for listening. That's all. Thank you and God bless.